Oh God, dude. Oh man. Do the collab before he retires. My man, he's retiring in 2 hours. One day I'd like to do something, you know, even if it's something small. I think that'd be really fun, you know. But yeah, the final videos, and I think it's 2 hours. Yeah.
I remember freaking out because I got that notification that said MatPat reacted to my video.
Just seeing myself.
God, I can't, dude, I'm gonna cry at this next part. I'm gonna actually cry at this next part. Oh my God.
And something I've done be taken as seriously by the MatPat was so mind-blowing.
I worked full-time with them for about 3 years.
I was just the history guy and the editor.
I started making Roblox Piggy Theory videos, and the idea was maybe I can be a little bit like MatPat.
That was actually part of the I know I mentioned it earlier with Kreek, but it was one of those things too where Kreek did such a good job with those theories. I'm like, I can't contribute.
Yeah,
like,
how can you improve on that?
Yeah, I don't want to step into territory that is so clearly like well covered by other people.
Like hearing MatPat say that I did a good job with like Piggy Theory videos, like, man, dude, means a lot, you know? Man. That's crazy. This is not gonna be an easy day, dude. Oh my God, man. It's like as a kid, you know, like here, let me get off the green section real quick. Oh my God. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. It's like as a you know, like as a kid, you know, I sat there, I watched these videos, you know, I would come home from school, I'd watch these videos, you know, and, you know, like every kid's dream is to like be a YouTuber now, you know, like everyone wants to be a YouTuber. And it's like to go from the kid watching to like, I mean, I don't want to, I feel weird calling myself a man, you know, but I mean, obviously not a kid anymore, but you know, to go from like the kid watching these videos to like the, you know, to get like the recognition, you know, from like, you know, one of the people I used to watch all the time growing up. It's a very, very surreal moment. You know what I mean? Man. Like, this is probably, like, I'm dead serious. This is probably, like, top 5 career moments for me right here. Like, there's a lot of cool things I've done on YouTube. But, like, seeing MatPat say that I did a good job with, like, Piggy Theory videos, like, that means a lot. Like MatPat.
That was actually part of the I know I mentioned it earlier with Kreek, but it was one of those things, too, where Kreek did such a good job with those theories. I'm like, I can't contribute.
Yeah,
like,
how can you improve on that?
Yeah, I don't want to step into territory that is so clearly, like, well covered by other people. There's been a couple franchises like that where people do such a good job with them themselves that I'm like, ah.
It also feels weird now because it's like, he was like, I did such a good job that he couldn't make a video on it. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I could do my version of it,
additive?
but yeah, like, yeah, I don't want to like step on anyone else's toes because I don't know what I can add versus, you know, what they've already done.
MatPat didn't just help out other creators. He also paid it forward to communities outside
Where's
of
the
YouTube.
line?
Ground.
Where's the line at?
It was car. No.
Game of no.
One more thing.
But hey, that's just a theory. Just a theory. A game theory.
Look at like Red Link's interpretation of it. Wait, okay, and who else is in here? Because I saw that there were a lot of new faces. Oh my gosh! Look at everyone!
Right.
Oh, that's so nice.
Man, oh boy, you're actually going to. Oh God, dude. Oh man, do the collab before he retires. My man, he's retiring in 2 hours. One day I'd like to do something, you know, even if it's something small. I think that'd be really fun, you know. But yeah, the final videos, and I think it's 2 hours. Yeah.
I remember freaking out because I got that notification that said MatPat reacted to my video.
Just seeing myself.
God, I can't, dude. I'm gonna cry at this next part. I'm gonna actually cry at this next part. Oh my God.
Often something I've done be taken as seriously by the MatPat was so mind-blowing.
I worked full-time with them for about 3 years.
I was just the history guy and the editor.
I started making Roblox Piggy Theory videos, and the idea was maybe I can be a little bit like MatPat.
That was actually part of the I know I mentioned it earlier with Kreek, but it was one of those things too where Kreek did such a good job with those theories that I'm like, I can't contribute.
Yeah,
like,
how can you improve on that?
Yeah, I don't want to step into territory that is so clearly like well covered by other people.
Like hearing MatPat say that I did a good job with like Piggy Theory videos, like, man, dude, means a lot, you know? Man, that's crazy. This is not gonna be an easy day, dude. Oh my God, man. It's like as a kid, you know, like here, let me get off the green section real quick. Oh my God. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. It's like as a you know, like as a kid, you know, I sat there, I watched these videos, you know, I would come home from school, I'd watch these videos, you know, and you know, like every kid's dream is to like be a YouTuber now, you know, like everyone wants to be a YouTuber, and it's like to go from the kid watching to like, I mean, I don't want to, I feel weird calling myself a man, you know, but I mean, obviously not a kid anymore, but you know, to go from like the kid watching these videos to like the, you know, to get like the recognition, you know, from like, you know, one of the people I used to watch all the time growing up. It's a very, very surreal moment. You know what I mean? Man. Like, this is probably, like, I'm dead serious. This is probably, like, top 5 career moments for me right here. Like, there's a lot of cool things I've done on YouTube. But like seeing MatPat say that I did a good job with like Piggy Theory videos, like that means a lot. Like MatPat.
That was actually part of the I know I mentioned it earlier with Kreek, but it was one of those things too where Kreek did such a good job with those theories that I'm like, I can't contribute.
Yeah,
like,
how can you improve on that?
Yeah, I don't want to step into territory that is so clearly like well covered by other people. There's been a couple franchises like that where people do such a good job with them themselves that I'm like, ah.
It also feels weird now because it's like, he was like, I did such a good job that he couldn't make a video on it. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I could do my version of it, but yeah, like, yeah, I don't want to like step on anyone else's toes because I don't know what I can add versus, you know, what they've already done.
MatPat didn't just help out other creators. He also paid it forward to communities outside of
Where's the
YouTube.
line?
Round.
Where's the line at?
It was called, no.
Game of no.
And one more thing.
But hey, that's just a theory. Just a theory. A game theory.
Look at like Red Link's interpretation of it. Wait, okay, and who else is in here? Because I saw that there were a lot of new faces. Oh my gosh! Look at everyone!
Right.
Oh, that's so nice.
Man, oh boy, you're actually going to
Theorists, this is it. This will be my final FNAF theory. And this time, I mean
like
it.
I'm old. Actually, you know what? Shout out Springtrap. I don't. Did I play FNAF first or did I watch Game Theory on FNAF first? When did the first Game Theory FNAF video come out? Do you guys know? Game Theory FNAF. When did that come out? Is this it right here?
Hello once again, theorists. Welcome to MatPat Plays. Today we are playing the scariest game of all creation. Probably never heard of it. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's.
This came out 2014. I'm pretty sure I saw the Game Theory before I started playing FNAF. But anyway.
The end is nearly at hand. The pieces are in place for you. You missed it last week. Look for the green. And remember everything I taught you. Remember, dates are important. Remember the... Hurry. Time.
You know what I want to do at some point? There's a giant FNAF lore video that's like 8 hours long. And I want to watch it one day because I think that would be the funniest live stream ever.
Is running out.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that, by my count, has had no less than 10 final FNAF theories. At this point, it's practically become its own meme, but this time, it's no joke. After 66 theories, 3 live talkbacks, and 1 bangin' remix...
Exotic butters.
Make that 2?
Yo, exotic butters, man. Exotic butter. Can we get a hashtag in the chat for exotic butters, man? That's what I'm talking about. Exotic butters, dude.
Bangin' remixes. Today, I end my coverage of Five Nights at Freddy's. After this, there's only one final game theory, and then the curtain closes on my time as host, and Tom will have to step into the spotlight. Hope you're ready for the challenge there, Tom. Tom?
Toy Bunny, Easter Bunny, Chocolate Bunny, Melted Chocolate Bunny, Withered Bunny, Blackheart Bunny, Rockstar Bunny, Glamrock Bunny, Sunken Toy Bunny, Bonbon, Just Bon, System Error
We should take a test and see how many FNAF animatronics I know.
Bunny, Nightmare Bunny.
Well done, but how many toes does he have?
2, no, 3, 5?
Again. The first step of FNAF theorizing. Slowly losing your mind. I think he's gonna do just fine. You know, I did consider making my final theory about FNAF, but I actually have something really special planned for that one. So special, in fact, that we're gonna be doing a premiere for it on this channel next Saturday, March 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. We're gonna have some fun. You guys will be able to chat with me live as that video releases. And who knows, there might even be some secrets to find. And most importantly of all, I get to say my final goodbye and thank you to all of you.
Yo, oh my God, dude. 2 hours. 2 hours, MatPat's retired. Like that is a crazy sentence, dude.
For the last 13 years. So that's...
I have a question. I have a question for you guys real quick. Who is the first YouTuber that you guys remember watching? Like the first YouTuber that like ever that you remember watching? Because I think mine was... Actually, here, I'll let you guys answer, and then me? Oh, my God, I'm so old. Everyone's saying me. Oh, my God. Ant on Jailbreak. Guava Juice, Dan TDM, Popular MMO, Stampy Longnose. Yeah, Stampy. Guava Juice, Technoblade, Poke, Cash, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Preston Plays, Markiplier during the FNAF era. I think my first, the first YouTuber I watched was, this is gonna blow your minds, okay? And we're about to get crazy here for a second. So let me give you guys a backstory real quick, okay? Let's have a little bit of a backstory. So I was in 2010. How old was I in 2010? I was 13. I was 13 years old. I was 13 years old. It was 2010. Actually, no, I think it was 2009. Wait, look, when did this video come out? Hold on. This video came out 2010. It was 2010. All right, I was 13 years old, 2010. And I had come home from school, and my friends called me on this program called Skype. I don't know if you guys know Skype. That's an old one. And they were like, yo, KreekCraft. There's this awesome new game. It just came out. It's called Minecraft. You gotta ask your mom to buy it for you. And I was like, how much is it? And they were like, it's only $4. And I was like, great. And so I called my mom on the phone because she was still at work. I called her up and I was like, hey, Mom, can I have Minecraft? It's $4. Can you buy it for me when you get home? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it was like $4 back in the day, right? Because it wasn't fully released. It was in like alpha or whatever. And they were like, bro, you gotta watch this YouTube video. It's called X's Adventures in Minecraft. Check this out. This was one of the first YouTubers that I was like watching. Right here. This right here. If anyone knows what this video is, congratulations. You are an old person. Oh my God. Look at this.
100% right to ask yourself that. This is Minecraft, and everything you see around me right now is a randomly generated world. I seem to have started near some water and some sand, and in a small...
Man, dude. Oh, man. Oh, my God. But that was like one of the first YouTubers I watched, as well as these YouTubers here, the Yogscast. They were also some of the first YouTubers I watched. They had this show. It was called Shadow of Israfel. And here it is right here. Yeah, it was called Shadow of Israfel. And it was like so big. Like my friends and I, we would go to school. We would talk about it. 13 years ago, dude. Oh my God, 13 years ago. Oh my God. But anyway, we'd go to school, we'd talk about it. We'd come home, we'd talk about it. And it was like this really big thing. And they never finished it. They never finished the show. It left on a cliffhanger and they never finished it. And I'll never forgive them for that because that ruined my childhood. I will never forget that. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Shadow of Israel by the Yogscast like 13 years ago. Yogscast, if you ever see this, I will never let that go. All right, childhood me will never let that go. You got to finish it. I know. Finish the story. Yeah. Exactly. But anyway.
And most importantly of all, I get to say my final goodbye and thank you to all of you for the last 13 years. So that's next week, March 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Make sure you're subscribed so you're notified when that one goes live. Speaking of March 9th, just a quick reminder that that's also the final day of sales for my YouTubes. Once I retire as host on the 9th of March, it too will retire and be gone.
Well, I gotta buy that. Yeah, I gotta buy that. Hold on. I have to buy that one. Yep. Where's it at? Oh my God, is it already gone? Oh no. Wait. No. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, I'm not buying that. Never mind. It's already gone.
Forever. So if you do want this little piece of game theory history or, you know, your own little psychic friend Fredbear, head on over to youtooz.com or click the link in the description to grab your MatPat figurine and FNAF pins before they're nothing but a distant memory. Kind of like Dream Theory, but enough housekeeping, it's time to talk about FNAF. And let me tell you, I've spent a long time thinking about this one. How do you end a series like this? Should I...
It's still there? I didn't see it on the website.
Just do a normal theory about some minute detail? Doesn't really feel final, you know? Plus, I'd probably end up calling someone a robot and then a bunch of people would get mad at me again. Should I redo the ultimate FNAF timeline as one final here's the lore? Well, that would certainly be big, but it also doesn't feel like that much was changed post Ruin and Help Wanted 2 from what we did at the end of last year. So I didn't really want to be redundant either. You can see the struggle that I was facing, right? This episode, it's a big deal to me. It is literally the end of my legacy with FNAF. And you see, that's when it hit me. Legacy. Typically, FNAF theories are born out of the small details, but what if I took a step back and looked at the big picture?
Y'all want to know something crazy? I'm going to say something that's going to blow your mind. Okay? I'm going to say something that's going to blow your mind. Yo, Xfinity, thank you very much for the $100, man. Thank you. So, the characters in Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Actually, wait, hold on. Before I say something stupid, let me make sure I'm right on this. Hold on. Let me make sure real quick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wait. Okay, no, wait, never mind. I'm not gonna say that because I may be wrong on that, and I don't want to sound stupid. I was gonna say that some of the characters from Security Breach have. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry it. It's just gonna make me feel old. Don't worry about it. It's just gonna make me feel old. Don't worry about it.
What if instead of counting animatronic toes or dead kids, I took a meta approach and just looked at the entire legacy of FNAF? I'm sure we're all familiar with the butterfly effect, right? The idea that a butterfly flapping its wings could cause the smallest of changes in the air, which could potentially lead to a tornado forming. Well,
I've told this story before. Dude, that's so true. So, do you guys know the... Help me out, man. And Bob said to me, he said, if you buy an Xbox 360 and play Call of Duty and Halo with me, I'll give you her phone number. And I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest day of my life. So I went home, and for a whole month straight during the summer, I sold lemonade, I washed cars, I mowed lawns, I worked every single day during the summer, saving my money just so I could get $300 and buy an Xbox 360, just so I could play with Bob, just so Bob could give me this girl's phone number, right? And anyway, flash forward a little bit, right? Flash forward a little bit. Bob introduced me to his friends, right? And his friends, some of them went to online school. And in high school, I went to online school before it was cool to do that, before the pandy and all that, right? And if it wasn't for that, I never would have had time to become a YouTuber. So, like, if I would have never saw that girl in 5th grade, I would have never became friends with Bob. If I never became friends with Bob, I would have never met Bob's friends. If I never met Bob's friends, I would have never became a YouTuber. So, like, my entire life is hinged on me seeing that girl in 5th grade. If I missed school that day, guess what? I'm not a YouTuber. You know, if I didn't look to my right and see that girl that day, I'm not a YouTuber. Like, my entire life is dependent on me seeing that girl. And that's crazy. Like, the only reason I'm a YouTuber is because I was a huge simp in 5th grade, okay? True story.
Well, the term actually comes from the research of meteorologist Edward Lorenz, who, back in
canon event.
1963, decided to round some numbers in his data. He condensed one variable from 0.506127 to just 0.506. And yet, that tiny change right there completely threw off his computer's weather models, transforming sunny skies into violent storms, hence the whole tornado thing. This realization that small changes in data could yield such tremendously different results ultimately threw off science's entire understanding of nature. Before Lorenz, people thought that the universe could ultimately be predicted. Sir Isaac Newton, back in 1687, famously believed in the clockwork universe, the idea that the parts of the universe worked like a machine, and that eventually, if you understood how the parts worked, you could predict practically anything. French mathematician Pierre-Simon Laplace actually said basically the same thing. Eventually, we would get to a place...
Bro, every old person had the same haircut. Like, they have the same haircut. They got the curls. They had the same thing, man. It's crazy. Like, this guy just looks like George Washington. Like, it's crazy.
Where nothing would be uncertain. And yet Lorenz showed us that one small change, one minor mistake or estimate or imprecise measurement in a complex system could have a domino effect at a massive scale, resulting in changes that you would never see coming. For example, in 1928, Alexander Fleming discovered that there was mold in his petri dish, but rather than just throwing it away or cleaning it up, he decided to study it, which then led to the discovery of penicillin, a life-saving antibiotic that could be used to treat meningitis, pneumonia, gonorrhea, syphilis, blood poisoning, and many others.
I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to that. I think so.
Or if you want another example, you have the explosion of hip-hop music largely owing its origins to a random lightning strike in New York City. In 1977, a bolt of lightning put the city of New York into a 25-hour blackout. So what do you do for all that time that you're stuck in the dark? You loot and pillage, baby! New Yorkers started to ransack storefronts, including music shops full of instruments and supplies. Suddenly, expensive DJ equipment was in the hands of young aspiring musicians eager to experiment with hip-hop, which was a new genre of music just hitting the local scene. And thus, hip-hop was truly able to thrive. History,
I didn't know that,
is full of these sorts of stories, from the foundations of medicine and music to even stuff as extreme as the origins of both World War I and II. Why do I bring all this serious stuff up in relation to spooky?
Y'all want to know something crazy? I'm going to tell y'all something crazy. Do you... Wait. On that topic, do y'all know where microwaves were invented? Or, like, how microwaves were invented? Like, why we have microwaves? Does anyone in the chat know? Oh, wow. Someone got it. You guys... Okay, a few of you guys actually know. Microwaves exist because of World War. Because of the... I believe it was the... Was it the first one or the second one? I think it was the first one. I think it was the first World War, or was it the second one? It was the Second World War. I think. It was one of the world wars. Yeah. Not the micro, like the technology behind the microwave, I'm saying. Not the actual microwave, like box, but like the actual technology behind it. Yeah, it was one of the two. I forget which one it was. I think the microwave was invented in like the 40s though, which would line up with World War II. I know there's a new piggy badge, guys. We have looked at the piggy badge. We have looked at the pig. Like there was nothing else we can do with the piggy badge. Do you want me to kiss the piggy? I will kiss the piggy badge. All right, we have seen the piggy badge. I have acknowledged the piggy badge. Piggy has a new badge. We are aware of the new piggy badge. I have tweeted about the piggy badge. We have talked about the piggy badge. There is a new piggy badge. I will now kiss the piggy badge, okay? All right, there we go. Okay, all right, we have kissed the piggy badge. Okay.
FNAF is one of those rounded variables. One decision by Scott Cawthon reshaped gaming and YouTube and the entire entertainment world as we know it. And that's not an exaggeration for effect. One man's decision to not give up, to try again in the face of rejection and adversity, literally shifted billions of dollars of the economy.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, Scott Cawthon, he made a few games before FNAF, and people hated them. They got really bad reviews. And then he made FNAF. Rest is history.
And affected hundreds of millions of lives in ways that are incalculable. And that...
Kreek, there is a Rainbow Friends theater show in my city? Wait, wait, what? There's a Rainbow Friends theater show in my city? Is that even legal? Wait, what? I don't want to ask what city you live in, but what? Is that even legal?
Is what I wanted to call attention to in my final FNAF theory. FNAF shows us that by not giving up, one person can have a profound effect on the course of history itself. I feel like the origin story of FNAF's been talked about to death, but just to set the stage here, despite hitting it big with FNAF in 2014, its creator Scott Cawthon had been making games at that point for 20 years, since 1994. And yet, even in those earliest days, you can tell that Scott had a fascination with creepy robots, working their designs into projects like the sci-fi Ifer Moon and the religious Pilgrim's Progress. Even this incredibly rudimentary RPG Legacy of Flan has a final boss that has what looks to be the first appearance of what would eventually evolve into the Mangle. But despite producing a lot of games, none really ever caught the public's eye. And then came Chipper & Sons Lumber Company, where initial reviews, what few there were rough. And as the story goes, it was the reaction to James Stephanie Sterling that would change the course of Cawthon's career forever. Thank God.
Bro, that's so crazy. Wait, hold on. Roblox just tweeted. Hold on, wait. Roblox just tweeted. Okay, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
God for her.
It's just all over the place, and that thing looks like it's gonna kill your children. I imagine the phrase, "kill me," is stated over and over again in the world of Chipper and Sons. Oh, they're robot beavers. That's not good. I think he's the only living thing in this world.
This repeated criticism, plus the lack of financial stability, brought Scott down to his lowest. Ready to quit games, he decided to try one final time and lean into the thing that had been leveled at him time and time again.
Dude, that's crazy. So for the people that don't know what he just said, so basically Scott Cawthon made a bunch of other games, and people were like, yo, these games suck. All the characters look like creepy animatronics. And so Scott Cawthon was like, well, I'll just make a game about creepy animatronics then.
Creepy robotic animations. And thus, Five Nights at Freddy's was born. And that right there, that's gonna act as our nexus point. The one flap of a butterfly wing. The decision to make a final game instead of just giving up. Now, let's see how it all maps out from there. Let's start with just the obvious downstream effects of this. That one game, over the course of the last decade, has spun off into 12, which honestly, I've never truly sat down and processed. But believe it or not, there are 12 of these things, depending on—
Chat, which FNAF game's the best? Right here, right now, which FNAF game is the best? Which one? Which one do y'all think is the best? By the way, it's illegal, but Brazil doesn't care. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Pre-recorded stream. This is not a pre-recorded stream. Which one's the best? I'm going to give my answer. I just wanted your answer first. Wow, we got a lot of different answers. My favorite one is Sister Location. My second favorite one is Ruin, but it's not on this list. I mean, I guess we would consider that Security Breach. Ruin, I think, was really, 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 really good. Yeah, I think it's my ranking. I really like Pizzeria Simulator 2. Hot take real quick. Hot FNAF take. I don't really like Ultimate Custom Night. It is not high on my ranking list. Yeah, it's not high on my ranking list. I know that's going to blow your minds, but you monster. I would go Sister Location, Ruin. I guess we'll say Security Breach because Ruin's a part of Security Breach. Pizzeria Simulator. Help Wanted. I haven't played Help Wanted 2 yet. I'm waiting for the normal release. And then probably 2, 1, 4, 3. Oh wait, I missed Ultimate Custom Night. Sorry. Ultimate Custom Night is not the worst one. I think 3 is the worst FNAF game. Hot take, I think number 3 is the worst. Simply because of how luck-based it is. I don't like how luck-based it is. Even though Springtrap is my favorite character, and I'm literally wearing a Springtrap shirt, I think number 3 is my least favorite FNAF game. Where's FNAF World? I haven't played FNAF World. Yeah.
Depending on how you count them. The entire franchise has sold 9.9 million copies on Steam alone, which in total has an estimated revenue of $94 million. And that's not even including the console and mobile ports or the number of microtransactions for FNAF AR, which itself had over 40 million downloads. It's also worth pointing out that of the $94 million, 55 million of that was just from Steam sales of Security Breach, because that one was actually at full price as opposed to all the others, which were either free or a couple of bucks. And while the first 4 FNAF games were entirely a one-man job, the rest have included voice actors, composers, entirely separate game studios like Steel Wool and Illumix. Even to this day, we're seeing this continue with studios like Megacat, who up until now have been focused on releasing games on retro consoles, a very niche market, but that made them perfect to create the retro-style pixelated FNAF game Into the Pit, releasing—
Dude, I cannot wait for this game. This game looks incredible.
Later this year. By pairing up with these smaller companies that aren't insanely well known, Scott's not only been able to make bigger, better games, he's also been able to use his single game's success to put millions of eyeballs and millions of dollars into each of these companies. As a result of their work with FNAF, Illumix started working with Disney on features found throughout the parks. And if Steel Wool ever do release a game outside of FNAF in the future, you can bet that it's gonna have itself a fan base attached to it because people now know about them, and they're gonna want to see what what other work they can do. So that's on the game side, or at least it's on the official game side, but stopping there would be overlooking the much bigger impact FNAF has had on the game.
I wonder if he's going to talk about the Roblox FNAF games, because there is a lot. And there's some really good ones.
That haven't even been released yet. This one series inspired a whole new generation of game designers unlike any game that's ever really come before. All of them cutting their teeth on a genre that exploded in the mid-2010s, the FNAF fan game. Five Nights at Treasure Island, Five Nights at Wario's, Pop Goes, The Joy of Creation.
Dude, I love that game. The Joy of Creation is so good.
And Those Nights at Rachel's, Afton Build, Glitched Attraction, Bloody Nights Juniors, Day Shift at Freddy's.
Thanks. What is this game?
I could go on and on and on for days. Some of these were just for the memes, others were more.
Chat, we gotta play this game. This one right here, write this one down. We gotta play this one.
Were more serious attempts at making games inspired by FNAF, and many of them were just taking the world that Scott had created and broadening it out outward into the game that they wanted to see made. If you go onto Game Jolt, you'll find thousands of fan games, and I do mean thousands. If you search just for FNAF and select games, you're presented with 36 games per page and 277 pages available. That is 9,961 games that are tagged using FNAF.
FNAF the movie, the game.
And if you're sitting there thinking, hold on, the math there doesn't add up, you're right, good noticing. That's because I had to remove 11 of Scott's own games that were posted on that list, though I'm pretty sure that there are some out there who'd like to pretend that FNAF World was a fan game. Each and every one of those 10,000 fan games represents a budding game designer, sometimes several. And while yeah, many of those creators are likely never going to pursue game design full time, there are some who will, either independently or as part of a bigger studio, going on to have their shot at creating their own mega franchise, their shot to transform the industry. And already you can see that some of these devs are finding success, to the point where many of them have created multiple different games at this point, turning their fan projects into full-on franchises of their own. And all of this is without even mentioning the Fanverse initiative, where Scott invested money and resources into some of the most promising
Wait, how many players does FNAF have on Roblox? Let me look. FNAF. Here we go. Experiences. FNAF co-op 1.4K. What's the big FNAF game? What was it called? What was it called, guys? I forget what it was called. What is it called? FNAF World's Not Canon? Forgotten Memories. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. Nope, not Forgotten Worlds. Forgotten Memories. Is this it right here? This one. Yeah, this one's really good. This one's really good. Love that one.
projects to help those fledgling businesses grow. Now, the success of that one is up for debate for various reasons, but the point ultimately stands. Five Nights at Freddy's has been directly and indirectly involved in the rise of a new generation of game developers. Developers that, just now, 10 years later, we're only starting to see get to a point where they're really influencing the wider gaming landscape. Except gaming, it's already seen a massive shift coming off the heels of FNAF. Prior to FNAF's release, if you took a look at any top 10 list about horror games, it would have been filled with games like Outlast, PT, Amnesia,
Those are like my 3 favorite horror games right there, dude.
games that leaned hard into psychological horror.
Oh my god, I remember playing this as a kid. Oh my god, I'm so old. Oh my god, dude. Oh man. Dude, I remember tricking my grandma into playing this game. I told her to play the game, and I didn't tell her it was a horror game. And then a monster popped out, and she almost had a heart attack. It was the funniest thing, dude.
And sometimes graphic gore. FNAF, though, was different. While other horror games used the classic horror trope of not knowing what the monster looked like, relying on the audience's mind to fill in the blanks of what might be lurking in the shadows, FNAF put the monsters front and center, allowing them to be the star of the show like we see in movies like Friday the 13th and Halloween. This allowed FNAF games to be much more thumbnail-friendly and easier to sell online compared to the spooky dark hallways or overcomplicated monster designs that dominated the horror space in the past. Mix in the more family-friendly scares of Freddy and the gang, and you've got yourself a brand new subgenre of content, mascot horror, as dubbed by YouTuber John Wolf. This genre took old—
Wait, he's the guy that came up with that? I didn't know that.
Took old nostalgic locations and filled them with brightly colored killers brought to life through some weird experiment or trauma. Bending the machine.
Yo, you know what I think they should do? I think FNAF should team up with Chuck E. Cheese, and they should invite like 10 contestants in, right? And they turn the Chuck E. Cheese into a Five Nights at Freddy's. But here's the catch. The animatronics are real, and they actually try and kill you. And the last person alive gets like, I don't know, $10 million. And I think that's a great idea.
Banana Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime, Rainbow Friends, My Friendly Neighborhood, Hello Neighbor, All These Basics, Choo Choo Charles, Amanda the Adventure, and of course, Carton of Ban Ban.
That is never mind.
And that's not even dipping into the hundreds of lesser-known titles like Joyville. It was FNAF who paved the way for all of these games. Poppy sold 2 million copies in 2 years. Bendy has made over $30 million just off of its 2 major installments. Hello Neighbor is a thing that continues to exist.
I think MatPat will enjoy dissecting this frame by frame. You know, hot take. I actually kind of like the first Hello Neighbor game. Like, I actually kind of do. I didn't know that people hated it until like a few years ago. Like, it's very buggy. The physics are very wonky. It is very annoying at times for the sake of being annoying. But I actually like the first one. I haven't played the second one and like the weird spin-off thing. I didn't, but I don't think the first one was that bad.
And while people complain about oversaturation in the market at this point, there is no denying that the formulas work.
Oh, I love that game. That game was great.
Extremely well for the better part of the last 10 years. But maybe you're sick of games. You want to read a book? Well, I hope you're excited to read the 7 Hello Neighbor books, 5 Bendy books, or the Poppy Playtime Employee Handbook that's coming out later this year. Mascot horror franchises now also line the shelves of your local Barnes & Noble. Why? Because FNAF did it first. Oh sure, Scholastic had done some video game book publishing in the past, mostly.
How many Piggy books are there now? Hold on. How many Piggy books are there? There are 4. Here we go. There are 5. There are 5 Piggy books, dude. Look. 5. That's crazy. 5 of them. Wow.
Guidebooks and activity books, but after the success of the FNAF trilogy, they began to publish other video game books like Assassin's Creed Last Descendants, World of Warcraft Traveler.
I've read that book. God, I'm such a nerd.
This led them to launch an entirely separate wing to their business, AFK, the video game-specific book department. It's these guys who are publishing all the books that Tom is now gonna have to read.
Wait! I got a question! Wait! Do they still do the Scholastic Book Fair? Is that still a thing? At school? Like, do they still do the Scholastic Book Fair? Like, where you go in and they have the... They do! Yo, I love the Scholastic Book Fair, dude. Oh, my God. You walk in the room and just the smell of books and erasers. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, man. I love the Scholastic Book Fair, dude. Oh, my God. That was... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, man. Scholastic Book Fair, like getting your mom to take you to the Scholastic Book Fair after school. Like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. Man, I love the Scholastic Book Fair. Oh, dude. Man. I'm so glad they still do that. That's so awesome. I love that. Dude, I'm gonna have to sneak into one. I love the Scholastic Book Fair. If I got a question, can anybody go to a Scholastic Book Fair, or is it only like kids? Because like if it's only kids, I'm not gonna go. I don't want But like, can anyone go to a Scholastic? Wait. Can adults go to a Scholastic Book Fair? Nope. Nope. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to have a kid just so I have excuse to go to the Scholastic Book Fair. That's what I'm gonna have to do. That's what I have to do. Hold on, I'm texting. Call my girlfriend real quick. Hey, yeah, look, we're gonna have a kid just so I can go to the Scholastic Book Fair. Oh my God, they have adult ones now. Wait, what? Where? I want to go.
No, it's impossible to know for certain that FNAF was the reason for all this, but given it was often shown at the top of articles for this new publishing arm at launch and has sold 9 million books to date, with an average book price being about $10, that is $90 million infused into the historically struggling print publishing business. It's no wonder the first 6 rows of their website are dedicated to FNAF. But without AFK, it's easy to...
Dad, how was I born? Creek, I wanted books. Oh, my kid's gonna be like, do I have to go to the Scholastic Book Fair? I'm like, yeah, you're going, I'm going, we're all going to the Scholastic Book Fair. Get your coat, get your backpack, get in the car. Now.
Imagine a world where these other mascot horror games didn't get that chance, and all those writers who've now been able to make a living off of these franchises wouldn't be recognized like they are. I mean, take for instance Andrea Wagoner, who wrote the vast majority of Fazbear Frights and Tales from the Pizzaplex stories. She's now getting DM'd by fans.
You can become part of the PTA and volunteer as part of the staff? I don't want to be part of the staff. I want to go and get the books.
Asking for lore clarifications, something I'm sure she never anticipated while working on her past writing projects, like her dog how-to book, Dog Parenting, or Alternate Beauty, the story of a big girl with big dreams. Her words, not mine. The same thing is now happening with another struggling industry, movies. After spending 8 years in production hell, losing directors, struggling with studios, and trying to nail down a script, Blumhouse eventually took the chance on FNAF, making the movie on a $20 million budget and earning back nearly $300 million. If you don't
That's good.
I don't think Hollywood has taken strong notice of that when they are struggling to get butts in seats. You are wrong. You think it's a coincidence that 2 months after FNAF's release, Bendy announced his big screen debut? And while a Poppy Playtime movie was already in the works with Studio 71, I can almost guarantee conversations with studios around it have shifted in the aftermath of FNAF. And who knows what other mascot horror games might end up with movies.
If they make a Garten of Band movie,
down the line. And not only is it getting indie game movies greenlit, it's also reshaping film studio priorities. As they continue to fumble around in the dark, struggling to find ways to compete with online content, I've literally had conversations with people in the film space about how they're trying to tap into that FNAF audience, that online community. The success of this one film will be shaping the types.
You know, it's very simple. You just make a good video game movie. It's actually that easy.
Some movies that get made and how they look moving forward. I guarantee it. But while movie releases mean big bucks for big studios, the economic ramifications go way beyond just extra cash in the pocket of Jason Blum. The FNAF movie was shot in New Orleans, which, since Hurricane Katrina, has been an economically depressed part of the country. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but from speaking to local actors and business owners while I was down there filming last year, I learned that New Orleans actually has a long history in film production. When the state government of Louisiana first introduced tax breaks for film productions back in 2002, over 1,000 projects happened down there in the span of 7 years. Those productions created jobs, hired locals, and brought millions of dollars back into the city. However, pre-COVID, those incentives were rolled back, and productions have now started to move to other places like
Chat. If they make a Garten of Band movie, do you guys think that they'd cast me in it? I could be in a Garten of Band movie. I'd do it. I'd do it for free. Put me in there, I'd do it for free.
Like Georgia. That's why so many of the local actors and business owners I spoke with while down there were eager to see the FNAF movie in town. By shooting in New Orleans, a huge chunk of that $20 million budget was going.
Wait, can you actually go there? Wait. Wait. Is that an actual place? Wait. Wait. Hold on. FNAF movie coffee shop. Does anyone know what the actual coffee shop is called? Can you actually, like, go there? Like, in real life? I mean, it's a building. It looks like a real place. It's called Sparky's. Like, actually, hold on. New Orleans FNAF movie here we go. Filming locations. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. Yeah, dude, that'd be cool to go there. It's on the sign. Well, okay, well, you got it. Well, the sign could just be for the set. Like that could just be for the movie. That may not be what the actual place is called. Because typically, whenever whenever someone comes in and makes a movie with something, they'll replace the sign, they'll replace all that. It's for the movie, so that may not be what it's actually called. Sparky's Coffee Shop FNAF movie reel. Let me see. Yeah, it's not actually called Sparky's Diner. Yeah, it's called something else in real life. Huh.
To accommodations, drivers, caterers, local talent, location rentals, equipment, and other general resources that help local businesses thrive, and maybe start a domino effect to get other movies back in the region. Regardless of all of that, the point is that this one decision to try one final game, it's grown beyond itself. It's no longer about just making its own franchise full of games. It's spread to all corners of the media industry and to so many other IPs and creators, spawning a wave of new franchises and giving life to so many careers that otherwise might not have had a chance. But speaking of careers, there's one final area that's also needing to be addressed, an area that has been so affected by FNAF it's crazy to not talk about, and that of course is here on YouTube. FNAF has done a lot of numbers for a lot of industries, but its effect on the YouTube landscape is still visible to this day, and in a much more obvious way. When FNAF first launched, it was just one of many games that YouTubers started playing because spooky games got big views. This game gave rise to some of the biggest names on the platform, names that are still going strong today. Let's players like KreekCraft and Markiplier, who'd been on YouTube for a couple of years but saw their careers accelerate in parallel alongside the FNAF releases. You also had a massive surge in nerdcore musical artists.
Is that what it's called? Nerdcore? Oh my god.
Like the Living Tombstone, whose FNAF song was at 1 million views in a couple of weeks.
Five Nights at Freddy's song, free download.
Whereas most other songs they would release would have a few 100,000 views months after release. And machinima creators started using FNAF models and characters to tell their own unique stories long before the FNAF movie ever hit theaters, racking up
Chat, we're gonna listen to some nerdcore today.
Literally billions of views. But what truly set FNAF apart were obviously the hidden details cluing fans into the bigger story. This, more than anything else, ignited the internet's passion like never before, giving rise to the theorist community. People like Dawko, Rezbowski, 8-Bit Ryan, Rytoast, ID's Fantasy, Hyperdroid, John FNAF, and of course, us, going through this game piece by piece in order to find the hidden story within it. Now, contrary to popular belief, FNAF wasn't the first thing that actually had us creating lore theories. That was always just part of the channel's DNA. But before FNAF, we were coming up with lore theories for franchises where the story...
I remember watching that one. That was one of the first ones I saw.
Was basically well known. Whether or not Majora's Mask is an allegory for grieving, you get the story of a moon crashing down. Regardless of whether Peach is Rosalina's mom, you get the basic premise of Mario Galaxy. Humans certainly might be Pokemon, but that's not really affecting anyone's journey to become a league champ. But FNAF was different. It showed that games could be built off of withholding the lore and forcing the fanbase to solve it. By leaving the door open and never confirming anything, Scott allowed YouTubers, Redditors, and just general fans to continually assess and reassess the lore.
You know, I wonder if Piggy would be around if FNAF didn't exist. Probably not.
Find new directions, new hot takes, and that means that we're still theorizing about it to this very day. Can it be frustrating? Absolutely. Heck, maybe now that I'm retiring from the channel, I can track Scott down and get some answers out of him. But it's also entertaining, and the success of this theory-based model on YouTube has carried over into the mainstream, where now almost every game and movie release is designed with theory crafting in mind. While it's impossible to calculate the full scope of FNAF on YouTube, I was able to find that there are 106 videos with more than 10 million views each. Together, they total roughly 5.4 billion views on...
Y'all want to take a guess at how much money that generated just for funsies? I bet that's probably over like $5 million right there. That actually, it may even be 10 million. I don't know.
Just their very own. And if we assume that they're getting the standard gaming CPU...
Never mind. Never mind.
On YouTube, which is about $4.55, that then's a total earning across all of those videos of $24,500,000.
Okay, I was way off. I was way off.
$70,000 in ad revenue. Markiplier's literally gone on record to say that the house that he lives in is the house that FNAF paid for, and he's joked on his Distractable podcast about how lucrative FNAF's been for him.
Let's go into a fan favorite here. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Boo. So there's two ways I could look at this, right? I could look at it from the game purely by itself, or I could look at it at the dividends it is paid out for me specifically.
And that's put him in a position to pursue bigger and loftier projects like the With Markiplier series, and now his movie Iron Lung. One half of the Living Tombstone, Sam Haft, is now writing songs for internet sensations like Has Been Hotel. YouTubers like FNAF and Rytoast.
Wait, he writes for that?
They've been able to go full-time with YouTube, all thanks to FNAF. And heck, look at us. Because of FNAF, we've thrived. We've been able to grow our team.
You know, it's the same thing with Roblox. That's why I have a giant Roblox tattoo on my arm. Dude, that's so funny. As people see my tattoo, they're like, oh, that's cool. What's that? I'm like, oh, it's a Roblox tattoo. Yeah, it's a Roblox tattoo. It's great. It's fantastic.
Give jobs to dozens of people, and perhaps best of all, we've carved out our own platform that allows us to turn the spotlight onto a next generation of creatives, to make us tastemakers in the space that are able to pay it forward, to make you aware of projects.
Is that real? It is real.
You should be playing and watching, from Cooking Companions to The Man in the Suit to Shipwrecked 64, Welcome Home, Mandela Catalog, Walton Files. The list goes on and on and on. In short, FNAF created an ecosystem where new IPs can thrive, a virtuous cycle that benefited itself, to be sure, but also had a halo effect on dozens of other franchises looking to get attention. And all of this is without even mentioning other trickle-down effects. Our large platform allowed us to run charity events like St. Jude, paying that blessing forward to help doctors and hospitals working on treatments for childhood cancer, where of course, Scott himself was a sizable and direct contributor year after year. There are also dozens of other charity events coming from creators like Dawko, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Rytoast, John FNAF. Not only have these events been able to raise tens of millions of dollars for various organizations looking to do good work in the world, hopefully those events in turn inspired others, you out in the audience or other creators, to adopt a spirit of generosity and giving in their own lives. And again, it all comes down to this one decision. One guy who in the face of adversity and criticism chose not to give up. That is the millions of people and billions of dollars.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, Fangio, don't spam, man. Don't spam. Kreek, can we do a stream together? I don't know. I don't stream with I only stream with close friends, man, but thank you. It's just 1 year for Garten of Ban. You accidentally gave me Robux one time. When will MatPat's live stream start? MatPat retires in 1 hour, chat. There is 1 hour until MatPat retires. 1 hour right now. Man.
Affected by that one Spoopy Bear game. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for all of that. And while all of this is cool and impressive and inspirational, it's also overwhelming, right? You look at the impact that one decision like this can have, and you feel like you can never live up. I know that's how I feel sometimes. But remember, it's all about small decisions making a domino effect. Just being kind to someone else, saying something nice, holding a door, listening to someone.
Here, I'm gonna say something nice to one of you guys real quick. Let's see. Bradley's crew. You don't have a big forehead. Okay. Kitty Cat Roblox. Your feet do not stink. Liana's vids. I'm sure you're doing well in school. Let's see here. Spartan's SMP. If you don't stop spamming the chat, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna drop kick you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Let's see. AV Hayes. Sorry, I ran out of nice things to say. Sorry, I thought I had more about that. Sorry, I ran out of nice things to say. I'm so sorry.
Someone's problems, making them laugh. All of those are seemingly small things that can make a massive difference in the way someone's day's going. And that, to me, has always been the power of these channels. They're a place to learn a little something, a place to brighten your day in some small way, which then you can pay forward to other people in your life. And that positivity, it spreads. It spreads and creates real massive change. That, to me, honestly, is the hardest thing about leaving these channels. Losing that chance to be a force of just a little bit of good in your life. But you know what? I'm not done yet. I'll see you one last time next week, March 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Chat, we have 1 hour. Oh my God.